Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lockie and welcome to another Fallout New Vegas build guide. In today's guide we're going to be looking at my melee/unarmed build. I designed this build for the Fallout New Vegas No Guns challenge and the thing is an absolute tank. Well, actually it's pretty fast, so I guess it's a sonic tank? This build does not get a lot of critical hits, however it more than makes up for that in pure damage and quick leveling. Just like last time, there will be a download for a PDF of this build in the description of the video containing all the perks in order next to their respective skill requirements. Also just like last time, the initial special stats for this character will cover all of the special requirements for each perk. Okay, so to start things off, our initial special stats are going to be as follows. 10 strength, 1 perception, 10 endurance, 1 charisma, 10 intelligence, 7 agility, and 1 luck. Thanks to the 10 intelligence, we're going to be maxing out almost all of our skills. As for implants, this build has 10 endurance, so therefore we can get a total of 10 implants. However, the only implant that's really necessary for this build is a subdermal implant for a +4 bonus to damage threshold. So you can go to town on getting as many implants as you basically want, or you can just leave it alone. I should also point out that this build is very beefy without the subdermal implant, so don't worry if you can't afford it earlier on in the game. As for traits, in this build we're going to be taking the heavy-handed trait for higher damage with melee and unarmed at the cost of less critical hits. But as I said at the beginning of the video, critical hits are not what this character is about, it's about pure, consistent damage. Alright, now on to perks. At second level we are going to be taking either the Black Widow perk or the Confirmed Bachelor perk. Either way, this will make us deal an extra 10% damage to the opposite sex, as well as unlocking unique dialogue options with them. At 4th level, we are going to be taking the Educated perk. This will allow us to spend an additional 2 skill points every time we level up. For the next 3 perks, we are going to be taking all 3 ranks of Swift Learner. By the end of this, we'll gain an extra 30% extra experience every time experience points are earned. Now, if you don't care how quickly you level up, then you could replace this with something else, however I highly recommend them. At 12th level, we are going to be taking the Toughness perk to gain an additional +3 to our damage threshold. At 14th level, we're going to take the second rank of Toughness for yet another +3 to damage threshold. At 16th level, we hit the Super Slam perk. This gives us a 15% chance of knocking our opponent to their feet with an unarmed or one-handed melee attack, and a 30% chance of knocking them to the ground with a two-handed melee weapon. At 18th level, we hit the Stone Wall perk. This increases our damage threshold by 5 against melee weapons, and melee attacks can no longer knock us to our feet. This is really useful when fighting Deathclaws. At 20th level we take Piercing Strike. This makes all of our melee and unarmed attacks negate 15 points of your enemy's damage threshold. At 22nd level we're going to take the Nerve Rage perk. With this perk, when our health drops below 20% we gain a temporary +15 damage threshold. It also increases our strength to 10, but since we already have that, that doesn't really have much of an effect on us. This build can take a lot of hits without taking much damage, however the No Rage perk makes an excellent safety net if we were to fall below 20% health. At 24th level we take the Life Giver perk for a permanent +30 to health. At 26th level we take the Lessons Learned perk. This multiplies our earned experience by our level. Just like Swift Learner, you could replace this with another perk if you don't really care about how long it takes you to level up, however I do recommend this one. At 28th level we take the Chemist perk to double the time of our chems, and you'll see why this is important in a moment. At 30th level we take the Implant Grx Perk. Yes, this is a perk, not an implant. This gives us 5 non-addictive Grx 8 items that have the same time slowdown effect as Turbo for 2 seconds. Note that this is 2 seconds based on the game's in-game clock, therefore the effect of the Grx lasts much longer, or at least appears to. Mechanically speaking it does. And of course, the Chemist perk will double this time. We get back all of our expended Grx every 24 hours. At 22nd level, we hit the second rank of Implant Grx. We now have 10 Grx items a day, and they last for 3 seconds. Again, this is based on the in-game clock, and therefore this isn't how long it actually lasts for. At 34th level, we hit the Bloody Mess perk for an extra 5% overall damage. Oh, and more violent death animations, of course. At 36th level we hit the Quick Draw perk so that we can equip and unequip weapons 50% faster. This is very useful when you're swapping between weapons. At 38th level we hit the Them's Good Eating perk to have a chance of our enemies dropping the very potent healing items Blood Sausage and Thin Red Paste upon death. At 40th level we take the Adamantium Skeleton perk. This reduces the damage taken by our limbs by 50%. This is very useful seeing as we're going to be running at a lot of people who are using guns. At 42nd level we hit the Slayer perk. This makes our melee and unarmed attacks 30% faster, and this really adds up when you're rapid hitting an enemy. At 44th level we hit the Paralyzing Palm perk. This allows us to initiate a power attack in VATS that will paralyze your enemy for 30 seconds. Plenty of time to deal with them. But note that you must be using your bare hands to use this ability. At 46th level we hit the Ninja perk. This makes our sneak attack criticals do an extra 25% damage. It also increases the chance of a normal critical hit by 15%, however like I said, that's not really what this build is about. At 48th level we hit the Unstoppable Force perk. This multiplies our melee damage by 4 whenever we hit an enemy who is currently blocking. And of course, the perk you take at level 50 depends entirely on your playstyle. And that's all the perks for this build. As for armor, you can pretty much wear whatever you want. Your damn skin makes amazing armor at this point. As for weapons, I recommend weapons such as the Thermic Lancer, the Industrial Hand, and the Two-Step Goodbye. Oh, and the unique variant of the Shish Kebab, the Gehenna, or the Gehenna, or I don't know, it's a cool fire sword, okay? Of course, these are pretty high level weapons, and you can start off using weapons such as the Broad Machete and the Power Fist, and it will work amazingly at lower levels. And that about does it for the melee unarmed build. Thank you for sticking around until the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, please leave a like, as it does help out the channel a lot. And maybe even consider subscribing. If you want, you can follow me on social media down below. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Tumblr, and I post unique content as well as video updates to each of these. You can also join the community Discord channel below. If you have a Fallout build you'd like to see made, like a ninja or a heavy weapons guy or anything like that, then please comment it down below, and hey, maybe that will be the next build guide on this channel. Anyway guys, that about does it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.